Don't over-promise. I know, we've all done it. Let's talk about it. Roll it. Welcome back to another video where we've been talking about patience and how it helps us move in the right direction. Patience is critical to success, and anybody you know who's successful will tell you it plays a critical role, if not one of the key critical roles. And you need it or you get derailed. And when you get derailed, well, you gotta start all over again. Overpromising is incredibly easy to do. We're Superman on some level at any one moment where we think we can when we don't actually know we can, but our narrative tells us we can. In yesterday's video, we talked about don't overthink and don't overdo, and really come back to your center and make sure you are balanced. Overpromising plays a couple key roles in your success. Not overpromising plays a key role in your success. Now, when we look at it from a perspective of business, overpromising is very dangerous. It is better to not overpromise and really overdeliver rather than overpromise and underdeliver. I made that mistake when I was young. I know many people that make that mistake when they're young or when the experience hasn't come yet, and it's a learning moment. That's all I gotta say. It's a life lesson. Now, there's two aspects to that. We have the overpromising to what we're doing, the objectives of any area of our life, and it's usually to people, and this is in business and careers or relationships. We're overpromising to family members things that we shouldn't be doing, and from that we usually underdeliver because we've gone to the extent of thinking more than we should have, and then overdoing it with the promising but then realizing our shortcomings and not achieving. The other side is overpromising to ourselves and saying to ourselves, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing down the road. This is me in the future. This is what I want. This is what I need. And we don't look at ourselves from a perspective of a reality. Who are we right now, and what will it take to be that person? In either case, patience is required. Being patient on what you're going to be doing is critical. There is a timeline in everything. And the reality of life is that there's always an ending. We need to maintain focus of what we are able to do. And the best way to really look at this is on understanding emotions. Having the ability to understand what triggers the emotions to change will help us keep that calmness, keep patience in the loop, and know that we are doing the things we can do, not the things our narrative is allowing us to see as things we can do. My friends, it's very simple. It's emotional control, and it's a practice. It's not something you learn overnight. We don't teach it in schools. We don't teach it when we come out of schools. It's that moment where you get slapped in the face and you realize, shouldn't have done that, and then you go through it about a dozen or 2 dozen or 5 dozen times before you learn your lesson. Practice makes perfect, but that's not really accurate in this situation. Practice helps us become better at this. The reality of it is that we'll never be perfect because emotions play the critical role in this, and different things will derail us. Things that we haven't experienced before and things that we have experienced, but it's been a while and we forgot the life lesson. 1, ask yourself, what are you capable of? Ask yourself, what is it that you're capable of? 2, ask yourself, right now at this moment, are you able to achieve the same level that you've done in the past, or has that changed? Has it decreased for any one reason in your life? 3, really look at things in reality. Really ask yourself, what are you willing to do right now? On an emotional level, what are you capable of versus what you can be capable of are two different things. And really do an inventory check of everything that is occurring that will keep the balance together, from your personal life to your career life. to the family life, to the relationships, and all that stuff. We gotta understand how our values are changing, which is point number 4. This inventory check involves, what are our values? Have they changed? What is it that we really want? Has that changed? Has that purpose changed? Has that mission changed? Have we found something else to really wake up to and say, that's what I want? A lot of the times people are in careers and they realize, I'm being overworked, I'm doing something I don't want to be doing anymore, I don't have the passion in it, and they're dumbfounded and they keep going in every day just hating themselves for keep doing what they're doing, but not realizing that they should be looking for something different because they're not getting in check with their values. Number 5 is growth, personal growth. It's understanding what is it that drives you, because that will have an effect on whatever you're promising. It will have an effect on what you're capable of, and of course on your shortcomings of what you're not capable of. Things always change because time changes us based on the experience. Lastly, once you're able to do this and you start seeing that you can do more, then over-deliver. Over-deliver. You'll know you can do more than over-deliver. Make it look like it's normal. It's part of it. And hey, pat yourself on the back for it, because you did more than you were hoping to do, more than you expected to do, and of course more than you promised to do. Now, will people tell you, especially in business, it's not good to over deliver after the fact because you're losing this thing called money? Well, yeah, of course. But is it better to over promise and not deliver, or is it better to not over promise and over deliver? At the end of the day, I would take the latter. In relationships, usually we just call it a surprise and the other person thinks that we went above and beyond. But the reality is that we under promised and over delivered because our capabilities allowed us to. It works the same way in friendships and family, and even in careers when you have a good relationship with somebody, acquaintances and so on. But when it comes to actual work, we look at it for somebody to say, hey, great job, and here is your reward for it. And usually it's just a pat on the back. Take some time and really ask yourself, are you over promising? And what is the stress that is occurring because of it? Because this is the other thing that occurs with your emotions. Your emotions start piling up a stress factor, which lead us to those changes that need to be made. And if we don't address those stresses, well, this is when people start to hate what they're doing, hate where they are at, hate their lives, in that manner of speaking where they don't really hate it, but they keep waking up in this miserable life where they say, I hate my life and I need change, but never actually go to make the change. This is the stress that causes sickness and illnesses. This is the stress where it hits you rock bottom one day, and instead of coasting to the next you, if you would have caught it earlier, now you gotta work from the bottom back up. And trust me, I've been there, and it's not the best way to do it. So leave a comment below if you've experienced this. What are your thoughts on it? Because everybody's got a different thought on how it works, and everybody's got different patterns of how this changes. What are your patterns? What have you seen with your life, with your experiences? Because who knows, somebody might read that comment and it might help change a life. My name is Nico Zarantes. This is mentorsapproach.com. Hit a like if you liked what you saw. Of course, hit subscribe and the bell so that you get notified on the new videos we pump out each and every day, so that you can get moving in the right direction.